Hello and welcome to today's webisode. You are about to meet an absolutely beautiful adoptive family, one that has gone on to help hundreds of other adoptive families and couples looking to adopt. Dr. Saraswati and Dr. Srinath chose adoption when they hadn't conceived 5 years into their marriage. Soon, Vishaka came into their lives. The couple found themselves connecting with other adoptive families, sharing parenting notes and finding support. Adoption, as one might know, is a very different journey to having a biological child. Dr. Saraswati and Dr. Srinath soon established Bangalore's only adoption support group, Sudatta. This group has touched the lives of hundreds of adoptive families. Vishaka too, now a bright young college student, is part of the support group. Here's the family talking to us about how it started and what their work involves. If a couple is looking to adopt, at what point do they get in touch with Sudatta? And what can they expect from Sudatta?
Couples who wish to adopt, they are called aspiring parents. Some of them, they get in touch with us even before they make the formal application for adoption, because they want to meet adoptive families and get to know more about adoptive parenting and then go ahead. Some of them, they make the formal application, their home study is over, and then they decide that it's better we meet other adoptive families and we learn more about adoption. It's something called parent preparation, in which we as adoptive families at Sudatta help them as to what to expect, what not to expect. Many of them come to us with queries saying how to convince their parents or their in-laws that they should, it's okay to form a family with through adoption. We have had aspiring parents who are bringing the senior citizens at home to us, saying that please talk to them also, that yes, it is an accepted way of forming a family. And parents who are going in for adopting an older child, yes, they get tremendous amount of support from Sudatta, because in Sudatta we have parents who have adopted older children, because adopting an older child is very much different compared to adopting an infant.
I've been an EC member for the past 1.5 years. I've been getting some calls from parents, prospective parents who want to adopt. So the conversation goes like this: hello. I feel I want a girl child, and age between about 8 months to 2 years. And when can I get it? What do I sign? How much do I pay? People really don't know how it actually works out, because some people think they can just lift a child from the hospital, pay the nurse, and just get a child. I mean, that's really not how it works.
Achint and Namita are a young urban couple who adopted a baby girl about 3 years ago. Namita is a dog trainer and caterer, and Achint a software engineer. Their little girl is called Veda.
Even before we decided to get married, Namita was always talking about adoption and how she's worked in the past with certain organizations which take care of kids, and she said she wanted to adopt, and I was perfectly fine with it. I was actually pretty happy with the idea. Veda was pretty easy child to bring up. At least, you know, she slept through the night, so that was a big thing. So she wouldn't really wake us up, but and she was very playful and cheerful. She's now 3.5 years. She's a pretty bubbly kid.
Totally carefree, never had any hang-ups, always laughing, always playing.
Once she came home, right about that time we joined Sudatta, which is an adoption support group, and they have sessions which are related to general parenting as well, which were extremely helpful for us.
And then we also learned the adoption specific part of parenting, where, you know, things that we could take care of, like the language that we used, the positive, we call it positive adoption language that we use around her or around people. It's nice for her to have that group, and it's nice for us that we have that group where we can speak about our fears and our challenges that we face as adoptive parents.
Sudatta has been part of my life ever since it has started. So it's been about 15 years since I've been part of it. So I've learned a lot through the whole process. And I feel I'm part of something bigger than actually thinking I'm all alone and facing this. I'm able to see that my experiences are being put into good use in a way where you can help younger children face certain questions that they cannot actually ask their parents, but they would ask somebody probably a little older to them.
Tell me about what being part of the Sudatta network means, the support system means to parents.
If I have to say in one word, it's a very enriching experience. There's so much to share, there's so much to learn from each other's experience, there's so much of hand-holding that happens, and more than anything, the comfort that it gives our children, that yes, adoption is a way of forming a family. There are so many more like me.
One of the needs in India today is to sensitize society, extended families, friends, even schools on the challenges to do with adoption and the joys of it too.
Oh yes, of course. We have done programs for even doctors saying that they should be recommending adoption as an option for infertile couples, and even sensitization of society at large. And as you mentioned, in school, yes, because as the child grows older, the child spends most of its waking hours in the school than at home. And that's where it's very important for teachers to be sensitive to the towards adoption. If the teacher has an adopted child in the class, it's important for her to be aware of the adoptive status of the child, so that in case there are any challenges arising out of the adoption status of the child, the teacher is able to handle it sensitively instead of brushing it aside, or handling it in a way which is going to harm the child's psyche.
Is Sudatta almost an extended family then?
It's definitely an extended family. Yes, there are many parents who say that it's like coming to a Sudatta event is like coming for a family event. In fact, there are many children who have said that. There are many children who have said that when I come for a Sudatta event, I feel so at home. So I think that coming from a child shows the worth of Sudatta.
It has been a great experience, no regrets. And we receive more love and affection than what we have ever given to this child. And then there is always Sudatta to support us and to help us and to guide us. We share our dreams, we share our sorrows. There are people of all age groups, adoptees who are already married, having kids, adoptees going to be married, or very small children. So we have all age groups and all sorts of experiences. We have one nice set of people